What's up, you guys? My name is Brett Wiederhold. I'm a Toronto real estate agent helping you live better. In this week's episode, we're just going to cover some of the proposed Airbnb bylaws because as of August 26th, they're in the appeal process. I made a video about a year ago in December 2018 covering all of the things that might change if the Airbnb bylaw process gets approved. So I want to just recap some of the things that might change within the next couple weeks if this appeal process goes through. So without further ado, here are some of the things that may change in the Airbnb bylaws in Toronto as of 2019. So the very first thing is that in order to rent out your home or condo through Airbnb, it has to be a principal residence. So this applies to homeowners or people that are renting like a one-bedroom condo and that's their only place. So if you're a tenant, you can rent out your place as long as it's your principal residence. So you can rent up to 3 bedrooms or your entire home up to a maximum of 180 days per year. So they're capping the amount of days that you're allowed to Airbnb your principal residence. You must register with the city and pay a $50 kind of license in order to do so. Airbnb also has to pay $5,000 in order to have their business run in the city, as well as $1 for every night that a home is rented out on their platform. And finally, as an investor that is looking to rent out your home or condo through Airbnb, you would also have to pay a 4% municipal accommodation tax as well. So as I said, these are some of the things that may or may not come into effect within the next couple of weeks, depending on if the Airbnb appeal process is approved or disallowed. So this may have an impact on all you investors out there that are looking to buy condos or homes for Airbnb purposes. The reason why a lot of investors kind of went towards this in the first place is because Airbnb would allow for more rental income versus a long-term tenant staying in the condo. So yes, it takes a little bit more work in order to run the Airbnb. However, investors were loving that the returns were a lot higher. So with the only 180-day cap and the fact it has to be a principal residence, we're going to see that not a lot of investors are going to be going towards this route anymore. Could be a good thing, could be a bad thing, depending on which side of the coin you're on. If you're a renter here in Toronto or a tenant looking to go find places to rent long-term, there's little supply for long-term rents. And I just read an article, I'll put it in the description below. The 1-bedroom rent prices are at $2,300. So I don't know, you gotta have like a roommate or something, even in a 1-bedroom, just to live. At $2,300 a month, it's quite a bit of rent, right? So the city is hoping by appealing these decisions and by opening up the rental supply, maybe the housing kind of crisis that everyone is talking about may improve. So what I mean by this is if we disallow Airbnb kind of investment properties, what are these investors going to do? They're going to have to open up their supply to the long-term renters. So that's the reason why they are kind of leaning towards this or appealing the process, and that's kind of their argument as well. The hotel industry also has their hand in this, as Airbnb is a huge competition to that as well. So it's important to note that yes, investors are not going to be able to buy condos for Airbnb purposes if this gets approved in the next couple weeks. However, if you're a homeowner, if you're a tenant and you're going on a week-long vacation, you're still allowed to rent out your place through Airbnb. So it's not completely cutting off Airbnb supply. However, they just wanted to open up the long-term rentals from the investors that bought for those purposes. So there you have it, guys. Just some proposed changes to the new bylaws in Toronto. I still don't have an answer for you on which way the coin's going to flip, so I'll try and update you as more news comes out. Leave comments below. Do you Airbnb your condo out? I want to hear from you. And if you have any questions, as always, feel free to reach out. Again, my name is Brett Wiederhold, and I'm here to help you live better.